A new feature to our study is a weekly Bible research question. If you can find the answer to this question by next week, it will help your score. Are you ready? This week's research question is, who was king of the southern kingdom when the northern kingdom of Israel fell to Assyria? Hope you can get it. Now to our lesson for this week. The Bible is filled with all kinds of lists. So in the next few weeks, we hope to examine a few of these lists. We'll start with Galatians chapter 5, and we have two lists that are mentioned. Verses 19 to 21 have the works of the flesh, while verses 22 to 23 have a list of the fruits of the Spirit. Let's begin today's study examining some of the works of the flesh. Let's look at verses 19 to 21. Now the works of the flesh are evident, which means they're clearly seen, which are adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lewdness, idolatry, sorcery, hatred, contentions, jealousies, outbursts of wrath, selfish ambitions, dissensions, heresies, envy, murderers, drunkenness, revelries, and the like, of which I tell you beforehand, just as I also told you in time past, that those who practice such things will not inherit the kingdom of God. Now this is not a complete list of all the sins of the flesh. 17 are listed here, but then it also says, if you noticed, and the like. In other words, there's others, like sins. This represents the types of sins, however, that we are to avoid. The danger is clear. If we do these things, it says it will cause us not to inherit the kingdom of God or heaven. These are things the Christian should stay away from and refuse to do. Let's look at each one a little bit closer. Adultery. Well, this is sexual unfaithfulness to one's spouse. You see, it adulterates a marriage by adding another partner. Fornication. This comes from the Greek word porneia. It is a more general term than adultery. It refers to all sinful sexual behavior, whether you're married or single. Uncleanness. The impurity of lustful, luxurious, profligate, living, impure motives. The unclean have impure and corrupt hearts whose actions will follow. Lewdness. Unbridled lust, excess, also called licentiousness or lasciviousness, wantonness, outrageousness, shamelessness, insolence. You see, the lewd person cares little about what others think. They may engage in telling filthy jokes, watch pornographic material, or even engage in suggestive dancing. Idolatry. Any object of adoration that is placed above God. This could even be a hobby or profession. Sorcery, sometimes called here witchcraft. This may be a reference to the use of drugs for magical purposes. However, it may be a reference to demons and witchcraft that was allowed by God in the age of miracles, for example, demons and so forth. Hatred. Simply, it is a desire for the downfall of that which is despised. Contentions, also called a variance or wrangling. This person is never satisfied unless one person is set up against another. Jealousies. Any envious and contentious rivalry, jealousy. It's a bad feeling toward others because of their good fortune. Next week we will discuss the remaining sins of the flesh. And don't forget your research question to look up for next week.